Hey everybody, it is Dak here from the Ed Boys, and today we're going to be talking about the upcoming Raids 3 staff, the Shadow of Tumeken. This blog here was posted a little over a week ago, and for a week we had a chance to vote on the new staff, and it passed with over a 90% yes votes. The staff is going to be a pretty beastly upgrade for Magic in a lot of scenarios. Let's go ahead and check it out. One of the biggest comparisons we made during the polling process of Tombs of Amascut is that if you look at the previous two raids, they have that one standout item being the Twisted Bow and the Scythe of Vitura. We think that it's very important that Tombs of Amascut has a reward that's deemed desirable for the foreseeable future. After all, raids are some of our biggest pieces of PVM content, and they should have rewards that showcase that. I think that's a reasonable take on general raids rewards. I think there should always be at least one big ticket item, and reasonably we had the range item, the melee item, and there probably should be a big ticket mage item from Raids 3. As much as you and the members of the team enjoy the idea behind a more interesting weapon like the Heka, we couldn't ignore the fact that the feedback of Tombs of Amascut was missing an item that would redefine Magic as a combat style, just as Scythe and Twisted Bow did, So we're proposing to replace the Heka with a new mage weapon. Not even just proposing, that's what happened. The Shadow of Tumeken, a two-handed magic staff, has passed the poll, and the Heka will be apparently added in some other content potentially in the future. They're not totally ditching the Heka, it's just not going to be added in Raids 3. Here we can go ahead and check out the stats on the staff. For the most part, the most important stuff here is talked about down here, so we're just going to skip to what they have to say. Similar to a powered staff, it will have a built-in spell with charges powered by Soul and Chaos runes. This staff will have an attack rate of 5 cycles and can be only used in PVM like other powered magic weapons. Base max hit is calculated from the following formula: magic level divided by 3 plus 1. So actually, I'm going to move this over and we're going to keep track of that max hit. So magic level divided by 3 plus 1. If you were 99 magic, that'd be 33 plus 1. But also, if you're 99 magic and you use an imbued heart, I believe you're going to get up to 109 magic instead. 109 divided by 3 is 36 and a third, so 37 and a third. Maybe they'll round down. Let's say 37 is the base max hit if you have an imbued heart and 99 magic. The Shadow of Tumeken also comes with 2 passive effects. Magic strength from gear is tripled, capped at a total of 100% magic strength, and then magic accuracy from gear is tripled. The magic accuracy being tripled is pretty sweet, but the magic strength being tripled is actually huge. Currently, you cannot get to 33% magic strength unless I'm missing something. The max magic strength you're going to get with a two-handed staff is actually going to be 23%. So with 23% times 3 is actually going to be 69%. Nice. So if you take that base 37 damage that we were talking about before with the 109 magic on that heart boost, add 69% more, it's going to be 62.5 or so, potentially a 62 or 63 max hit. That would be actually insane. You could hit over like a 120 on the Pillars at Nightmare. That would be pretty cool. This allows the weapon to be set apart from others in 2 distinct ways. Firstly, this means that current magic weaponry still remains viable if your setup includes a low amount of magic switches, whereas for a setup with a fair amount of magic switches, the gap between this and prior mage weaponry will grow. That's a good point. If you only need a staff, if you're not bringing a bunch of mage strength switches, then the staff's going to be kind of useless. It won't be insanely strong, and also it's 5 ticks, so it's pretty slow. If you're not hitting really hard, you don't want to be using it. Secondly, this weapon makes fighting with magic viable against enemies that have moderate magic defense. Currently, magic is rarely used against enemies with more than 20,000 magic defense, as it is not overly accurate with low damage to boot. Okay, real quick, 20,000 magic defense might sound ridiculous. You're like, bro, I'm at like 99 magic. Keep in mind, you have a defense level and defensive stats from your equipment. So when it comes to your overall defense roll, it multiplies those two. The equation looks something like this, if I'm not mistaken. This would just be for regular defense, not necessarily magic defense, but it works the same kind of way. Your defense level, this would be your effective defense level, so 99 defense, but you could also have like a super defense potion and stuff like that. And then it would be times 64 plus your defense bonuses. So if you had 300 stab bonus and 99 defense, you're not using any potions or anything, it would be 99 times 364, which would give you 36,036 defense on that roll if someone was stabbing you. With magic, it's a little different. It's 70% of your magic level and 30% of your defense level for that effective defense level, but technically it doesn't really matter right now. I'm just trying to point out why they said 20,000 magic defense. You're like, I've never seen a monster with 20,000 magic defense. With other styles boasting much higher raw damage output and comparable, if not significantly higher accuracy, this weapon should at least... that didn't feel like a complete sentence there, not gonna lie. This weapon should at least help to bridge the gap, although you'll be better off using another combat style against high magic defense enemies. So there'll be some enemies that'll be a little bit more viable with magic, because this thing is not only can hit hard, but is pretty accurate. Below is a handful of monsters that the new mage weapon will become viable. And okay, hold on, let's just check out this table. Green is going to be the best, and red is the worst against that monster. So we're looking at Zuck here. This would be the final boss in the Inferno. The staff's not going to be that good compared to a T-Bow. Honestly, it's not like that bad. bad compared to the T-Bow. T-Bow's still going to be saucy there, but I don't think people expected Magic to suddenly be able to beat Zuck. It wouldn't be that useful against Demonic Gorillas. I'm kind of surprised this is on this table. It suddenly is the best in slot at Commander Ziliana and Kriera, and if you look at this, this includes Chinchampas in here. It's a little bit better than throwing Chinchampas. That's actually pretty huge. Cerberus still wouldn't be anywhere near the Scythe and Twisted Bow. You're good on the Abyssal Portal, which this is Vespula from Raids 1. KQ, not very good against Hydra. Again, not really sure why I'd be on the table. They're just showing us, I guess, a variety of things just to give you an idea. Krill, okay, yeah, best in slot against Krill, Kree, and Commander Ziliana. 3 of the 4 God Wars dungeon bosses this thing is going to crank. These setups are done with the best possible accuracy / damage setups, off Slayer task, imbued heart / best potions available. We acknowledge the setups may be unrealistic for the content it is in, but provide a rough idea of how impactful the additional accuracy specifically can be. Yeah, it depends exactly what gear and whatnot you have on you, all your levels and that stuff, but this does give us a good idea of where the staff's going to land. It's going to be pretty powerful. This is not going to take over like a ton of things, but there's going to be a lot of cases where this staff is going to be pretty thick. It looks like God Wars Dungeon is kind of going to crank. I am very excited for this staff to be added to the game, as you can probably tell, as I've been hyping it up in the video. It does seem a lot more game-changing than the Heka was. The Heka was pretty cool, to be fair. It would attack at a 2-tick pace, like the Blowpipe on Rapid. That would be for 3 attacks, though. On the 4th attack, it would take 4 ticks and be a more powerful attack. It seemed like it was going to be a fun weapon, but you definitely get more of that T-Bow or Scythe feeling out of the Shadow of Tumeken, which is exactly what Jagex was going for. That also means that the drop is likely to be significantly more expensive than the Heka was going to be, but to be fair, I guess like we didn't have a number on the price of the Heka in general. It also depends on exactly how rare it is, but clearly the big item from Raids 3 out the gate is going to be very expensive. In general, that's an even better excuse just to try to grind out some Tombs of Amascut right when it comes out, which is currently scheduled for an August release. There are a few items coming out of the raid that really do look pretty meaty, and I do plan on making a video that goes over all of the rewards from Tombs of Amascut, not just this Shadow of Tumeken, but I am going to wait until a little bit closer to the release date. It is possible that they might tweak some of the rewards before then, just as they have done with this poll, though it is unlikely they're going to make a lot more changes before it does come out. I did want to make this video about the staff because I think the staff is awesome, and I'm glad that they're adding it in. I do hope to see the Heka down the road, or at least a weapon that is some sort of changing in speed. Like, I don't know, I like the idea overall, but the Shadow of Tumeken is going to be insane, so I am very happy that this passed the poll. That is going to wrap it up for this video on the upcoming Raids 3 staff, everyone. Let me know your thoughts on the Shadow of Tumeken in the comments section below, whether you're excited about the staff like myself, or maybe you voted no, and now you've got a little bit of salt. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like and subscribe for more content. I do stream on Twitch, which should be linked on the screen and in the description. I'm also on Twitter and have a Discord, which is linked in the description. Thank you very much for watching, everybody, and best of luck on your grinds.